Good day, viewers. My name is Angelo. This is Nation Voice Tower, your most preferred YouTube channel. How have we been? As for we over here, of course, we've been doing perfectly all right, and I hope you guys there have been doing wonderfully and fantabulously well. It has been exposed how the former administration of former Governor Abdullahi Umaru Ganduje of Kano State, who happens to be the present national chairman of the All Progressive Congress, employed allegedly junior secondary school students, senior secondary school students, and even students that were yet to finish their university or tertiary education into the civil service. This is one of the biggest frauds or fraud activities that has taken place in the Nigerian government within the last 20 years. Yes, we've heard of ghost workers here, but I will tell you that these ghost workers, lots of them were qualified to be there, just that they didn't always turn up for their normal duties or their jobs. All right, but this case you have juniors, let me call it in the Nigerian way, JSS students, SSS students, and students that were even yet to go for NYSC employed in the Kano State government under the former administration of Abdullahi Ganduje. Now, over time, lots of different administrations in different states have been called out, both by the anti-graft agencies, some by the new administration, some by individual activists and people who feel concerned Nigerians over the fact that there are lots of unconcurrent irregularities that have taken place in various administrations over time, be it mismanagement of funds, irreconcilable transactions, and this time around we have a case of employment of people who were less qualified or unqualified to be called civil servants and paying them whooping amounts of money. This is another way to launder billions of naira through these people. That is what the aim should be, because I don't know if you will be doing somebody a favor by employing his child who is just in the JSS class or in the junior secondary school class or even the senior secondary school class, just like Abdullahi Ganduje did. So this has proved to be a sort of money laundering activity that has actually been exposed by the Secretary to the State Government of the Kano State new administration under embattled Governor Abba Yusuf, also known as Abba Gida Gida. So let us go together as we expose Abdullahi Ganduje, who is now fretting from bush to forest, from left, right, and center, to see how he can defend this particular administration or this particular allegation, let me say. Yes, so I would say categorically that Governor Abba Yusuf has not stopped, fighting Abdullahi Ganduje. I think he will do that even with the last drop of his blood. The Kano State government has disclosed the purported hiring of unqualified individuals, including junior secondary school students, into the civil service during the previous administration of former Governor Abdullahi Umaru Ganduje. Sources further revealed that at the inception of the current administration, the government directed suspension of the salaries of some civil servants. Subsequently, a committee was set up to screen and verify employment conducted by the immediate past administration. Addressing reporters on Friday, Abdullahi Baffa Bichi, Secretary to the State Government, said the committee found out that the last administration undertook mass employment without recourse to necessary guidelines and service regulations. He added that the committee recommended the dismissal of unqualified persons who were over 3,000. According to the SSG, the employment did not take into consideration the actual manpower needs of the respective MDAs, but was influenced by the desire to tie down the new administration financially. Our streets and those employed were wrongly placed through deployment to non-career posts or the calling of their respective qualifications. There was gross underemployment where officers with higher qualifications attracting senior cadres were employed on the junior cadre of the service contrary to the needs of the MDAs and approval granted for such employment. A number of students in their active study years were also found to be employed, including students of junior secondary schools, senior secondary schools, and some in their early stages of tertiary education. A number of persons recruited were found to be undergoing their National Service Program (NYSC), while a number of people confirmed to be overaged or underaged were found to be employed and on the stage of leaving office, but who have not yet left office. These people who are said to be underaged and overaged were alleged to be on the state's payroll. Right, the SSG, the Secretary to the State Government, Baffa Bichi, of Abba Kabir Yusuf, the embattled governor of Kano State, exposed this. Zamfara State and its new administration have also, under Governor Dauda, have also been, exposing their previous administrations. And this is what seems to, or this is what all the administration seem to be all about, all right? I would suggest you go down to work. But that does not mean I'm advocating for Abdullahi Ganduje and the heinous activity he perpetrated, all right? It is very, very wrong to employ children, little infants who are not even up to 18 to come work or to come serve as ghost workers in an administration that where this, these plots or these, styles or these strategies, let me use that word. These strategies were used to launder billions of naira. These strategies are strategies that have been actually, called out by various politicians in different forms. The special purpose vehicles that was used as a money laundering strategy by Atiku Abubakar was a different one. The one that was used by Bola Ahmed Tinubu to acquire properties and to gain funds through proxies and cronies was also one. And then other ones that brought about ghost workers, where people who were allegedly dead were put on the payroll of the state government to enhance, or to pave way for some politicians to receive their whooping salaries or gratuities or even pensions after they have passed away, was another strategy to launder money. Now, this particular strategy has been brought. I wouldn't be surprised if I see governors over time adopting this strategy in their various states or respective states in order to launder billions of naira. Kudos to the new government or to the new administration of Kano State. Kudos to Alhaji Baffa Bichi, the SSG of Abba Kabir Yusuf, the embattled governor of Kano State. Kudos to the new administration for bringing this particular corrupt activity into limelight. I would fold my arms to see the reaction of Abdullahi Ganduje to all this. Yes, secondly, some lawyers have petitioned the NJC and they have demanded the rough investigation and the quick, not even rough, the thorough, accurate and quick investigation over the Kano State gubernatorial appeal judgment that sacked Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf, also known as Abba Gidegida. The lawyers, under the auspices of judiciary watchdogs, have called on the judiciary to desist from being an object of ridicule and tool in the hands of politicians. Please stay tuned for that press conference by this group who call themselves the Judiciary Watchdog.
It has become pertinent and sacrosanct that our esteemed organization, the judiciary, the watchdogs, address the world on the continuous erosion of the independence of the judiciary and the inability of the hallowed temple of justice to dispense justice in recent times without fear or favor. As an organization of lawyers, saddled with the solemn responsibility of advocating for the complete independence of the judiciary, we are miffed by the alleged flagrant intrusion of the executive arm of government, which has not allowed the justice to be obtained or travailed in our court rooms today. the inconsistencies that mar the recent decisions of our court at different levels regarding the ongoing electoral matters has further called to question the place of the age-long and established legal principle of stare decisis. Stare decisis usually is the court and the ability of the court to follow and establish decisions of court in matters. In our court proceedings, the legal professions embodies an established culture of consistency of procedures and applications of laws. The recent judgment of the Court of Appeal that purported the sack of the elected governor of Kano State, by name H.E. Abba K. Yusuf, has become unimaginably scandalous, having come at the behest of many incurable inconsistencies that some persons may arguably pin to a predetermined end to remove the governor at all costs, even at the expenses of the will and the aspirations of an overwhelming majority of Kano State who voted him in 2019 and again in 2023. It is shocking that despite the recent judgment of the Supreme Court, when the membership of the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, GCO, in the Labour Party was called to question that the membership of a party was an internal affairs of the party, the Court of Appeal on Friday predate its sack of the governor of Kano State, H.E. Abba K. Yusuf, on his now being nominated by his party, the New Nigerian People's Party, NNPP, noting that he was not a member of the party. When has our hallowed temple of justice started reprobating and probating? It has become an issue. And these questions begs for an answer in the lips of every Nigerian regarding the political development in Kano State and Nigeria at large. The greatest of all the scandals that trade the ruling in the Kano State government appeal was the conflicting conclusions that was contained in the 72-page judgment of the Court of Appeal panel that sat over the case. While we have already written a letter to the Nigeria Judicial Commission, NJC, to investigate the circumstances surrounding the conflicting conclusions, we wish also to use this platform to express our displeasure and our utmost despair as lawyers on the new law activities. Such actions has dragged the bench to the lowest conclusion. As young lawyers, we look to the future. Our struggle is for the older folks to bequeath to us.
All right, that was a good one there. Whether they have been paid for or not, I think this particular press conference is justified. Yes, Abba Kabir Yusuf was elected by the people, and I have given proofs for that. I have told you, free thinking should tell you that Abba Kabir Yusuf unseated a sitting party. That means he was elected by the people. Protests by a majority of Kano State, partisans from, that support the NNPP, the New Nigerian People's Party, have shown that Abba Kabir Yusuf was duly elected by the people, or he was the people's choice. So I see no reason why the Court of Appeal should sack him, and I see no reason why even the APC should challenge his victory at the courts. All right. Finally, on that issue, I will say categorically that that's the group, the judiciary watchdog, should not only stop at Kano State, they should as well go to other states, and in fact go to Abuja and call out the appeal court and the Supreme Court for the injustice they showed to Nigerians and the lack of confidence they have, tried to show in themselves and in their judgment by what happened in the Presidential Elections Petitions Tribunal and that at the Supreme Court. Now, Bishop Matthew Hassan Kokal, the Catholic Bishop of Sokoto Catholic Diocese, has lamented over the lack of proactivity of our leaders and politicians in Nigeria today. He went further to describe the best profile to fit into the Nigerian presidency, and he also went ahead to play down the possibilities of himself going into politics actively and fully anytime soon. Please stay tuned for Bishop Matthew Hassan Kokal.
I am saddened by the fact that the judiciary has now found itself being sucked into politics. I would have also been sad, and I'm also sad to the extent that even us who are priests in the church, we are getting sucked into politics, because you will never come out the same. You go to wrestle with a pig inside Potopoto, you may defeat the pig, but you cannot go around now showing yourself that see what you look like. I'm not saying politics, the people in politics are pigs, no, but I'm saying that politics has its own rhyme, its own rhythm, and if you have a certain kind of moral responsibility. A lot of people have been saying to me in the last 30 years, we go come and contest election, come and contest presidency of Nigeria. Yes. Oga, make her finish with parish work first. Because if I were under that illusion, there are a lot of people who have told me, we will pay for you. You don't have to pay, we will pay for you. Because we believe you make a good president. But I know that I will not make a good president, because good presidents are not what you are looking for. All of you who are married now, if you come to my church and I say, Oga, I want to make your husband, you say to his wife, Madam, this is your husband. Kai, wonderful human being. I want to make him chairman of parish council, because you must be having a wonderful time. A man of this, a poor woman will look at you and say, oh, poor man, he doesn't know what I'm going through at home. So in politics, we are not looking for holy people. That is not what we are looking for. We are not even looking for what you call good men, because what do you mean by good? We have potholes. We want people who can fix our potholes. We don't have electricity. We want people who can give us electricity. So if we focus about, I think we should, on processes, they are important. But very often we are ignoring our own responsibilities. That is that after you have elected somebody, what happens? And this is where we are committing the worst sin. That is that we just elect people and we assume they will do good for us and they will act in our best interest. It is never like that.
All right, Matthew Hassan Kokal there with the lamentations. All right, he was very, very correct. You can't just receive the advice or idea to run for presidency if you are not prepared, and you can't be a clergyman and still involved in active politics. I am looking at the governor of Benue State, Governor Alia, who has been, well, he's already a governor, but according to Bishop Kokal, you can't be a politician and a priest and come out in one piece and the way you were. No, he illustrated his statement by comparing, the politics by a religious leader to a human being fighting, or someone fighting with a pig in his abode, that is in the swampy area. All right, you cannot come out without being soiled. Even after defeating the pig, you will not remain the same. All right, so I would urge all clergymen to desist from involvement in politics until you have actively stopped serving the people as a priest or as a clergyman, and that will be the best option for you. Thank you so much for staying this far. Please like, share our videos. Don't forget to drop a comment for us in the comment section. If you're watching me for the first time, please tap the subscribe button as well as the notification bell, so that when I drop a new update, you will be able to keep up with me. Wouldn't you love that? Do this for us to serve you better. See you next time. Bye.